This will help you create enclosures and soft enclosures, or accessories and things like that. And because it's small, because it's wearable, it's a feasible thing to prototype in. Maybe not to like finally manufacture in, but yeah, if you're into wearables, for sure.
And where is Hot Top Factory?
We're down the street. We have a humble little shop at Queen and Spadina.
Nice.
We're in the CSI building where the Dark Horse is.
Okay.
Where's that?
The Dark Horse.
The Dark Horse on Spadina is just south of the Chinatown Center.
You're above it?
We're below it.
That's Spadina.
It's an underground movement.
No,
That's
it's
why.
a little.
Yeah.
It's in
Dundas.
between Dundas. No, it's in
Yeah.
between
Dundas and Queen. Between Dundas and Queen on Spadina.
Nice.
We had a hell of a time finding space
Yeah.
without being annexed to like the outside.
What's the rent of Wow.
Really expensive. Yeah, if you can avoid getting space for a while, it's a big money sinker.
You said below the Chinatown Center in Chinatown.
Yeah.
Below the Dark Horse, yeah, it was hard because we needed kind of industrial space, but we didn't want to be not downtown because all of our clients are here.
Yeah.
So we had to be in a basement space.
Nice.
But yeah, it turned out we had a space, so I was happy with that.
What's the biggest dispute you've had?
Dispute?
Yeah.
With who?
With your phone founders.
With my phone.
What are you trying to?
I like to honestly answer that question. I think the biggest disputes I had was probably with myself. To go all like,
Self-confidence.
yeah, I think so. Like to really like believe you can do it, because you'll for sure not succeed on the first try. So you have to have the kind of stamina to keep going.
Yeah.
And you have to be, and to keep going, you have to be kind of doing it for something bigger than some cash reward later or anything like that. So I think that's the hardest, like just to keep going, to not stop. Because you literally are failing the entire time. And I don't know, I think that like we don't get taught to do a lot.
Failing in sort of what way?
Just not like being rejected, nobody buying your thing, not being able to make the thing that you wanted to make it in, like maybe what you imagined isn't even possible.
I think because the thing is like what's it called, like the US, like you get more people done because everybody's helping you around with groups, right? And here everything is on your own.
You
right?
think?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think Toronto is really friendly.
What?
Like, look at where you are. I mean, this is really great where you are right now.
I just found out about CG, told me about this place.
Oh, okay.
And she's like,
yeah, CG is a great example. I mean,
she's
like she is out there, she's doing everything. And I think like when you're really, another thing we learned was like, when you have an idea, like don't be like secretive about it.
I think that's
Tell
the thing,
people about
right,
it.
yeah.
Talk about everything that you're thinking, because most likely you're wrong, and hopefully someone tells you you're wrong earlier than later. Be nice to like everyone, because you're gonna need each other's help at some point. Like I love like talking to students, for example. Just like being around you guys is gonna make my day a little bit better, So there's there's lots of little things like that you should do. Thank you. Yeah, like I think Toronto, and there's lots of groups and meetups, and in fact, if you have someone you admire, like who does stuff that you would want to be doing, like you can literally just try to reach out to them, and maybe after the 5th email they'll actually respond, and you can get to have a conversation with them. Like the world is like so open.
Yeah, it's open.
Do you plan on moving into the States?
No.
Yeah.
I'm asking for it because of Trump.
Well, like right now we're not, because the dollar is so crap. So manufacturing in Toronto is actually an advantage if your customers are in the US. But if you're thinking about a consumer product, like most of your customers are going to come from the States, surely. The market is so much bigger. And shipping from Canada to the US is astronomically more expensive than shipping within the US. Like the USPS is like $2, and here to ship to somebody you have to pay like $15.
So, what state are you planning to
Live in Windsor.
I don't know, it's probably down the road, like further, but we are working on validating our product now.
Yeah.
We're not gonna do anything until we know we have customers, like, we're gonna use the same
I
philosophy.
heard that Austin, Texas is the cheapest place to live in the States right now because of their economy.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Well,
it's
that
not
you
for the younger
also,
type.
you also have to choose like for yourself, like personally,
actually
like where do you wanna end up?
Florida.
Where do you wanna live? What kind of resources, do you wanna be close to your family? Like, there's lots of different things that go into that decision.
Do you guys have patents or like copyrights on your stuff?
Not at the moment, they're very expensive. Yeah, when you're small, you're not gonna be able to
Texas
afford
is
it.
big range.
So, yeah, you kinda have
So
to
then,
be careful about it.
how do you protect yourself from like
So,
infringement and stuff?
right now, we are not scared of anyone stealing anything from us.
Okay.
I don't think you could really like operate that way.
Yeah, it's covered.
You can't grow if you think you're gonna be like protecting yourself the whole time. At some point, I bet we will. It'll be best practices like around our manufacturing process, but right now, you know, we're not seen, like there's no one looking at us or trying to take things from us. When we were writing software and stuff, we try to build a lot of stuff server side, like on our own side, so it's not, if we're doing anything like that, I think we'll look into it, but we're trying to avoid that right now.
Hmm.
So I know you've been published on newspapers and things like that. What other platforms would you try to get published on? Or is there a list of like places you would go to get published for a product?
Yeah, so PR, okay, so you guys should look up like DIY PR and understand how to do it.
So like a
it
website?
all-
No, it's do it yourself.
It's do-it-yourself PR.
What's
It's
PR?
like, you can do
Public relations.
public relations, getting published is a big deal if you're doing a product. So basically, first you have to think about who your customers are and what they read.
Mhm.
That's probably where you want to be
Yeah.
published. Or if you're doing it for some other reason, like SEO, and you want to be published on a site that has really high Google rank,
Yeah.
then you make a list for that. If you just always wanted to be published somewhere, you could do that. Or if you have a favorite journalist who writes about what you're working on, you want to target them. So it's very case specific, and the more specific you are, the more successful you'll be.
Can I have a business card?
You know, I ran out. But I publish my email on our site, so you can go and find it.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much for
thank you.
coming.
You guys have really good questions. Like really good questions. You're serious.
Serious.
So all this open for everybody to go.
Yeah, you can come and check us out. Like I gotta say, it's like just crazy right now. It's mostly storage space for materials, so it's nothing fancy. But yeah, you guys are welcome to visit.
Just pop up.
Yeah, you can pop up. Turn off. You can pop up.
Realized, like, just before I started hosting, how was it? I always thought
Oh, cool.
having me to work, like, just before lunch, I get this tour of you.
Okay.
And I'm drifting and sleeping, and everything gets done, but you're like, oh.
What was it about tonight? Bro, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, it's a fucking guitar phone. I'm really, like, repurposing for some crazy shit.
Yeah? What are you gonna do?
I might make like a phone, like an acoustic phone amplifier, like a dog. It's like, it's an old book.
Can like a bowl be a fire sit? Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I could be a phone. Yeah. But listen to me. No way. That's good. Like, I'm fucking you when you're like, what if you're not one person? Like, except for me. No, especially you.
No, it was in scrap. I just picked it up and I'm like, I'm gonna make something. I would like put lights on it or something.
And I
That would be if you put LEDs inside. It would be so cool.
What's your product? I don't know.
They did. This guy basically came up to me and was like, hey, I just strapped out the neck of a guitar. So if you want the guitar, you can strap it in the scrap box. Just look it up. I'm like, alright, I'm gonna repurpose it for something. So he likes it. No. This?
really close.
Oh,
like
just
that you're
generally?
working on.
Right now I'm just like, I haven't had time to think about it. I'm probably gonna think about it tonight because of the LNATs. And like finish my homework and get my, I'm just gonna give myself some dedicated time to like think about ideas. I came up,
I thought you already had like.
no, I do have, I have a concept. I know what it needs to be. I don't know how I want to do it or what it's gonna look like. The concept is basically I want to bridge digital ideas with physical ideas. So, you know, for example, how, I don't know how many people use it, but
So when you start first time.
post-it boards,
Like Minecraft.
like pinboards, yeah, exactly. So like the more, so it happened to me when I just started school that I had something on a pinboard and I was on the move and I forgot about it because it wasn't on my phone. So I want to find a way where I can merge both reality